It's the introduction pizza happening.
We might actually capture Jack shitting himself on recording.
I had a full bolognese yesterday, and I was like,
Shitty pizza.
Fuck, is that a square of pizza?
Yeah, man.
It's so you can tell it's the gluten-free one because it looks different.
Dirty veggie.
I thought the thing is we were getting them to share.
This is why we can't stream this podcast because everyone's just saying, I'm sorry, so sorry.
Rip it from my dirty,
You know what, I
poverty-stricken
will.
hands.
Imagine you're a baby and this is your formula.
Imagine.
Look at this. Oh, sad little Noah.
I'm a little
crying.
I'm a little starving child. Oh
no. Oh wow.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
What?
The ex-vegetarian can't eat meat.
It's like a rat up a drain pipe.
It's been a while.
But for meat.
I'm new.
This is what we call the pizza joint. Hope you're getting a load of this, you dirty fuckers. Oh!
Could we just zoom in on fucking pizza?
What is that absolute fucking...
What the fuck is that plate? Have you just taken your pizza into a meat grinder and just put it on your fucking...
It's just an absolute...
Absolutely obliterated.
Holy shit. Oh, here we go. Right, cool. Slide.
I've got a pen and everything.
I know, yeah, I got a little pen, but it's pretty shit because this is also in 4.3 because this was the Camp Ginster sign that I made purely for the profile picture, which I didn't need to be a 1080 by 920, so it's currently in 4:3. Awful.
Ginster.
We call ourselves
Hey, come on!
I quite like it.
I like it. Right, we're gonna go. This is the first lineup suggestion that's come all the way from fucking Noah. I mean, it was pretty accurate. I think there's no download without skin dread at this point.
I mean, I'm only really gutted at the fact that after I wrote this and sent it to you, the word Skin Dread Sunday came to my head until I realised I put fucking Paramore there. So I could have put them on the Friday.
You could have made there's only one day where it's entirely Skin Dread, and it wasn't Skin Dread Sunday or Skin Dread Saturday.
So I couldn't fucking do Skin Dread whatever.
So now we can't have a Skin Dread Saturday or Sunday, but we can have a Skin Dread Friday.
Skin Dread Friday.
I don't know what I don't know what goes through your head most times now, but honestly, like it was the Disturbed here, which is like the classic Disturbed.
I mean,
slot.
they did so well this year.
So
just gone by.
have Disturbed had that slot before?
Yeah,
that's madness.
They've always had that slot. Like,
why?
It's kind of always just been there.
Because they
are big.
mid.
Whether you like it or not.
They're strong. They're the best mid band going.
People
in all fairness.
Can I also say, like, people hated that, by the way? The take that we had that Disturbed weren't very good at download last year, people did not like that.
Because they only saw...
Who didn't like that?
There's
name and shame them.
No, I'm not going to name and shame them because it's all on TikTok. But
I see you,
anyway,
Karen69.
420.
I'm coming for you.
420 Kevin. But it was the...
VPN.
People hated the fact that we shat on Disturbed. And also shit on Skin Dread. We didn't shit on Skin Dread. We just didn't want to see them again.
No,
what we said about Skin Dread is...
No, I don't mind.
They're a good...
I did this as a meme. I don't mind Skin Dread. If
I enjoyed Skin Dread.
Right,
Skin Dread Live is always going to be a good show. I think we're just pointing out the fact that we've at this point seen them quite a lot.
Every year I have been to download. Every year I have been, they have been there.
I'm going to call it now for my predictions that it won't be no Skin Dread on the lineup, but Benji Webb will do a DJ set in the doghouse. 100%. That's going to happen.
Miles Kennedy will be there in some description as well.
That's a given. I can respect that.
Caravan across from the field.
It will literally be that.
Waiting for the second they start.
The only reason they cancelled download in 2021 after the pandemic, when everything was starting to get better, was because they couldn't book Benji and Miles Kennedy. So they were like, well, what's the point of fucking having it then? So like, we're just not going to do it.
We aren't going to sell at all. So that was Noah's. But also, he did give us another lineup. Yeah, so this is Noah's lineup. Actually, I kind of like this one. All right, is this not too bad?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yes, baby.
I actually had that more.
So it goes... Murray, second headline, Atlas, on Saturday.
So,
which I think he deserves. If anything, I'd put him on main stage if I could. But unfortunately, the actual fucking application wouldn't let me type in Bill Murray. Probably for the better of this recording.
Like honestly, like it's not the headliners actually aren't a bad shout because Muse have done like a lot recently.
The thing is, I know I was sort of thinking like Muse didn't do too well the last time they were there, but I think they're a band that's big enough, and I think especially with some of the newer stuff that's come out, I think they've got enough of a heavy repertoire to kind of actually go there and just be like, right, we're just gonna smash.
It doesn't mean I should want them to download because the thing it's like I'm not gatekeeping download or anything, but Muse would do better at something like Reading and Leeds.
Oh no, I agree.
No, they wouldn't do. That's the
Festival?
problem Download has though. Is Reading and Leeds has gone down the shitter. So Download has a massive gap in the market if it can fill that sort of heavier side which Leeds used to do.
Yeah.
So I can see Download having a few headliners. Like they've already done it with like Bring Me. If they did it with something like Muse as well, then they're getting that sort of. Not like metalhead, but like the younger fan who's like 19 to 25, who's into heavier music, but not all of it. That would attract that market to Download because you can't
like they
get
had
that
Biffy
at
Clyro. They've had Biffy
Speaking
Clyro
of which,
twice
I believe
now.
I've also captured that crowd on the Friday by if you look at the
Machine
Opus stage.
Gun Kelly. No, I'm sorry, that's the worst.
Avril Lavigne and Machine Gun
So
Kelly.
Avril Lavigne's cool.
Followed by Opeth.
Oh yeah. I'm molecular.
It is open.
The more
Avril
that
Lavigne
you-
and Machine
the
Gun
thing
Kelly.
is, I'm glad you pointed that out because the more you look at this, the more degen it gets.
I've only just seen that King Gizzard are on there. That's such a good shout.
yeah,
That's
King Gizzard
such
is
a
good.
good
The
shout.
The only thing about as much as I absolutely adore Opeth, they are headlining Bloodstock.
Yeah, the Opeth
So
are
they're
playing.
just not going to be at download.
We have got so after this predictions we do have like into European other music other festival lineups as well, which will play into this. But the one thing I will say is the most solid thing here is probably Lamb of God, Deftones, Rammstein. Like if we at this point are we kind of confirmed that Avenged Sevenfold and Rammstein are going to be at download?
We'll go. Well, we'll have a quick conversation about headliners, but I feel like most of our lineups will have. If not at least one, if not two, definitely at least one of those.
Yeah,
one of
100%. Like this is a shout. Like if Trivium are not at download this year, I'll be disappointed.
think Trivium are.
I think if Trivium are going to be there, they'll be on that spot on one of the other days at the very least. I think.
So I don't think Trivium are going to be here. I think they're going to be there in 25 because they've just finished a huge tour and they literally put on all their social media. These are going to be our last couple of shows for a while. I think they're taking the. I think they're taking the whole of 2024 off, to be honest. Also, Alter Bridge were there this year, so I don't see Alter Bridge there
Bury
again.
Tomorrow were there last year as
Creed
well. I do rate the shout.
I put Alter Bridge on and then realised that they were there this year, and I was like, oh.
I do rate the Turnstile shout.
Yes,
the Turnstile shout's good actually.
I think the Turnstile shout was a good one.
I do rate that.
Dream Theater and Turnstile.
Skin Dread opened up main stage.
The one interesting thing from this lineup for me is two things. One, actually three things. Okay, one, that second stage is really. I see that stage happening, except maybe Godsmack being that low. But Nickelback at download would be so interesting.
No, honestly.
Yeah, but not at that level. They're a headlining band.
No,
they are.
I think they're not. They're not
headline the whole festival.
First stage, main stage. I can see the main stage.
Absolutely.
I put them second.
They are
because
not headline
I put
material.
Steel Panther at top. Only
I would say
Steel
Nickelback would be
Panther.
like
I've
second
never
on the
seen them.
main stage, not second on the second stage.
I think Nickelback are deserved of a headline.
Also, I don't know if the
mad
Periphery
disagree
take
with
was
that's a hot shout.
It is a hot shout.
I didn't think about Periphery. I like that.
I'm gonna scratch some out purely because I know it's not the obvious ones like Machine Gun Kelly gone. Gone.
No. Malevolence Opeth followed by Avril Lavigne.
Malevolence won't be there. The spitting out
Skillet to start
it's like here's the ones that I'm gonna name three. Right, okay. From all of us now, from each lineup we're gonna show, we need to pick two that we think are gonna be good shouts.
I also thought we could rate it on how accurate we think it is. Like
I'm gonna rate this a 5. But out of 10.
I mean, you know what? That's perfectly mid.
The actual shouts that I'm going to give, and this is by, I think this will actually happen, is 6th.
Yes, I can
Sixth.
see.
I actually think 6th is a really good shout in that position, and the other one is probably going to be Turnstile.
So
that is my only two selections.
Right.
The two for actual shouts.
You know what? Seems a lot better
without the obvious Rammstein and fucking Avenged Sevenfold shit.
I mean,
let's
should we do a best shout and a worst shout?
All right, best shout and worst shout. Okay, best shout for me is probably.
Can I say my own?
Yeah, it's your lineup. Go for it.
All right, I believe that my best shout is probably Machine Gun Kelly, because I can see him being there.
Are you actually having a laugh?
No, I think he'll walk out with his Liquid Death T-shirt on. Travis Barker will be holding his hand to make sure that he can get to the mic properly, and he'll just sing some nice combine.
To be fair, I can see it, but
obviously that is a joke.
Hear me out though. I see him headlining the third stage, but it's the more like.
I don't see him being here at all. He was here, 2017. Mid second stage, and he did fine, but he's since become worse. I just don't think
he'll bring Megan Fox on stage with him, and they'll just.
Well, they're not together anymore.
So what was your best? What was your best shout and your worst shout?
My best shout, I think, as will be there in the position they're probably going to be in, is probably Turnstile, and the worst shout here is fucking Machine Gun Kelly. But that's it.
Honestly, I think most accurate shout. Again, I think Turnstile was actually one I was happy with. Nickelback, not there, but I'd like to sort of see them at a download, because I think, I don't know how to describe it. I think if I was going to download and somebody was like, Nickelback's going to be there, I'd be like, oh my god, I fucking well want to see Nickelback.
I'd love to see this, yeah. Josh?
I think, besides the ones I've already said, I'm gonna put my best and worst shout in one pick.
Ooh.
So,
oh god.
I think Polyphia is a good shout.
You need Periphery?
Polyphia.
No, Polyphia.
Really?
At the bottom on Saturday.
I put them down there because I think they need taking down.
Okay, fine.
But they need to be like way higher up on the line.
No, I think they need to
not main stage, but like headlining that stage.
All right.
Or like further up on another stage.
I'll give them a deal. All right. I'll let them go higher if they don't get fucked before coming on stage.
They always play drunk. When you're playing like really genty math, you just can't do that.
So you know what? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give you first slot on the shittest stage because that's what you deserve. I want you to work from the ground up. They can get better as soon as they stop fucking up, getting fucked before drinks. Do you know what? They can go on third stage. They can have Avalanche.
Go, Jack.
I think I was going to go Turnstile, but because you went for that, the best shout on that for me is Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
Is it?
I
rate that. That would be sick. In that slot, I don't know if it was. I think they could headline.
I don't think
it's gonna be
headline though.
Can you not just imagine that you sat there headline Sunday afternoon, end of the festival, and it's all candlelit because it turned dark, and you just did like a. Would that not just be? I would be. I'd love that so much. But anyway,
he is choosing that because he's high.
It's a top shout. Anyway.
All right, cool. That's cool.
And then
I've just noticed that Animals as Leaders is here.
Yes.
It's probably actually the most steady shout.
It's a good shout.
I
can see Animals as Leaders. I put Haken in again and then also realised they also played this year. And then there's a lot of picks that I put in there and was like, oh shit, they actually.
Also, I do like the Tesseract between the Buried and Meat on Process.
I
don't see it happening in the Kerrang tent.
I could like all three of them. I think would actually be really nice choices.
Cool. Let's move on to the next one.
My worst shout would be it would just be Machine Gun.
Yeah, Machine Gun.
I just don't see it.
No one sees it. It's worst shout. Right, next one. So Josh.
Oh.
Okay, so it's not a complete one.
Yeah, no, but Josh, like, I get why you have done this.
Fucking headline.
No, I think
Pantera.
I think this is because I said to you when you said to me this is
Josh,
quite
you better
interesting.
go join Thy Art as Murder.
It's quite an interesting shout after this because it's got quite a lot of like good shouts in it, but also some
okay. So yeah,
weird
it's not.
I'll let him go for it.
It's not complete.
You've also put Tesseract in exactly the same position as
no, I put them on.
I put them on the. So okay, so here's my thing. So Avenged Sevenfold, more than any of the bands that might be headlining, are probably the one that I'm most excited to see. Hot Take, because the
album's proper Marmite.
Hot Take, I fucking adore the new.
Well, yeah, of course you do.
Sam's right. It's Marmite. There are people who love it.
I quite like the new album as well.
I would do anything to go back.
I think it's
some
weird.
tunes that are
I listen
great.
to it and I think this is like probably dog shit, but because I listened to it while I was playing COD Zombies, it kind of
As you do
really,
when you
really
listen to
nice.
Avenged Sevenfold.
So it's like I just sort of play about and I just be like, oh, this is sick, and then it just gets more speed, more.
Honestly, I would
like just getting hyped up along with it. I was like, this
I
is
would do
quality.
anything to go back to like March, April, May, and hear "Nobody" and "We Love You" for the first time again, because there is nothing in quite a while that has made me go like, what am I listening to in a long time? There's like really challenge, and I absolutely adore that. So then Rammstein, we kind of talked about that. We think it's quite likely to happen. Avenged Sevenfold with the new album. Judas Priest, right? Maybe it won't happen. This is kind of wishful thinking, but hear me out, right? Download always have a more classic band. But Download always get complaints that they bring back the same bands for headliners.
So you think they could have a classic?
So Judas Priest
they never done it before?
is a classic band who's never headlined the festival.
They've also headlined Power
They've got a new
so
album.
big enough.
They've got a new album coming out next year that they've just announced. Mm-hmm. I think it would be a good show.
They can also still play their songs.
I've just seen like
they
more
can
of
still
the
play.
Dog
Yeah,
stage.
like I think the only thing against them is like obviously the sort of two original guitarists are gone, but Richie Faulkner is an absolute legend.
I think with the Judas Priest pick is an extremely good pick. I just think that when it comes to Judas Priest, I just think that this is when you've got the selection of the headliners that could play this festival. Judas Priest is not the one.
Like
for me,
I can see them second.
You've got Pantera there, right? And I ain't a
point,
Phil Anselmo fan. I fucking hate Phil Anselmo. It
Right.
grinds me the wrong way. But that's
whether
a
it
draw.
happens this year, next year, or the year after,
It will
them
be
coming
Judas
to
Priest.
Download is inevitable.
But it will be Judas Priest and Ghost. Like it, I can see that happening.
That's
in
not
years
a bad idea.
Judas
But yeah,
Priest and
Limp.
Ghost,
I
I
put
can
Limp
get behind
Bizkit.
that.
I put Slash. I think Slash might
Slash,
be.
yes, good shout.
Another one I had in that slot was Alice Cooper.
I see it.
Alice Cooper. See,
That's a
Alice
shout.
Cooper.
I see it.
We'll see this soon on because
I rate that pick.
there are some coming up with Alice Cooper.
Falling
I
in
think,
reverse,
somewhere.
hasn't he? Well, I mean, we've been.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
because
well,
they've been touring with
They've been touring
Avenged.
soon.
So I just that kind
Coming
of
this way around, we're going to go around again of best and worst. The best pick here, obviously, we're going to negate the big headliners because we kind of know the Avenged Sevenfold, Rammstein are pretty much rumored to be there. In here,
Oh yeah, by the way, just to point out, because they didn't have the actual text, so the only two acts on the third tent will be the headliners, so Corey Taylor and Yellow Card.
oh, okay, cool. Here for me, the best take here is Gojira.
You know what? I got this in the same
In that
slot as
position,
well.
in that position, in any of the days, Gojira is the best take. I think I want it to be purely because it's meant to be for the past couple of years.
I've seen them twice now.
They
One
are-
of the best
they are-
bands I've
they are
ever seen.
absolutely
live.
incredible.
It's
That is
been
wishful
waiting now
thinking.
for Download on that position for a while. Even if it's one up, there
I'm fine with
is
that.
good. The
I'm fine
worst
with
take here, there's not many. I'm not gonna lie, Josh. There's not
It's a
many
solid
bad takes.
lineup.
Um,
I've
it's
nailed
a
it, not to
half-finished
toot my own
one.
horn.
It is a half-finished lineup, but I think the probably position-wise, the worst take here. Oh, I'm gonna fucking hate myself. It's Sleep Token.
I
think
you're wrong.
I think I'm right.
I've also got them in the
I
same
think I'm right.
I can see
Do you think they need to be higher or lower?
I can see this as the worst position for them. Or it's either that or Bullet for Valentine. Because Bullet for Valentine have done this position a million times. Let's say a couple of times.
I say
And
last time they
waiting
played,
for
were they were second on the main stage last time.
Yes, they were. But with Sleep Token, I think that
I think they.
the thing is the Opus stage. If we think about who's headlined that second stage for the past 2 years, I don't think Sleep Token can do it. Not that they can't do it. I think it's just the sales aren't there. Like they're not done. They are no level as Ghost. They are no level as. The only thing they can beat that has been recently
I'd agree
was
with that. So they're not on the same level as Ghost, but it was sort of unanimously agreed that Ghost were too big for that stage anyway.
Well, who headlined last year? It was Ghost.
It was Ghost,
Evanescence.
Placebo,
Yeah, Placebo.
Evanescence,
Placebo
and
was
Skin
fucking
Dread.
unreal
Yeah, Skin Dread were a
as
replacement.
well.
For Five to the Gas Punch, which we all unanimously say that was probably a really good idea, but also the fact that they are more than capable of beating Sleep Token in regards to sales worldwide. I think that
Skin Dread.
no, Five Finger.
That's Five Finger.
I just think that like the way I see the Sleep Token here If you put them here against Rammstein, it's a shit shout.
Could they headline third stage?
No.
They're not.
And it's the problem is
know.
that's an Avalanche stage. I think that if you're going to put Sleep Token in anywhere, you put them at main support and you don't put them anywhere else. At this point, it's a waste of time because you put them at headlining slots, sure, but they've been headlining touring for ages. I just think they deserve where Alice in Chains is right now. I think we put Sleep Token there. But that's just my
The only thing is, I feel like a Sleep Token show would be a lot better, like when it's slightly darker, because obviously the kind of aesthetic of it.
Yeah.
Which I mean, actually would play really well with the Avalanche stage if they wanted to give them the headline. But then I think that'd be like Electric Callboy last year, where it was like so busy.
Sleep Token have played Download, but I've seen them every time they played at Download. It was always fourth stage when I first saw them, which is unbelievable, obviously. And then it was mid stages, and there's never been anything up to main stage. If you give Sleep Token that main stage ticket, they'll take it, regardless of where it is. So I think that I want that as a take, as like, it's not a bad take. I think it's great, but I don't think it's there.
Okay.
Next, go.
I think this is
good take.
This is going to be a very niche one, but I think a really accurate one that not many people have thought of: Humanity's Last Breath.
Yes. Where's that?
On Dogtooth.
Yeah, no, good shout. Good shout.
I actually think that's really, really accurate. I can see Humanity's
Yeah, it's just there. Honestly, one of my bands of the year.
Yeah.
At the moment,
No,
I fucking love
sick.
Humanity's Last Breath.
I can definitely see him at Dogtooth at the very least.
Yeah,
like,
but not if there's going to be spaces between them, but definitely a good shout.
Oh yeah. I think they're more sort of mid. Potentially, I'm not too sure. I'm not confident saying headliner, but I can see it.
They were sub-headliner for Radar, which is one position below where Sleep Token were a couple months ago.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Again, when you think about cause and everything else.
Yeah,
Worst one.
I can definitely see the worst one. I mean, well, I don't want to say Sleep Token, right? One that might be slightly controversial, Sabaton, but only in that spot.
In the spot, is it?
Yeah, only in the. I can see Sabaton being there, but they're
in
not
that spot.
They're not going to be.
What justifies that spot though? Because they sell out arenas.
Yeah.
They're touring at the same level though.
No. I don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're touring at the same level. However, in terms of the British audience, which majority will be,
But it's arenas in the UK.
Yeah.
I think it's the accessibility.
I see where we're going.
Okay.
I think maybe the music is
I
less
get it. I get it.
accessible.
I'm just thinking like.
I'm going to move you closer. Sorry, I want to hear you.
Their
more.
music may
I'm just
necessarily
thinking,
be.
alright,
It's
I'm
not
just
like a commercial and accessibility because it is like about. It's
But
like,
it's
it's historic metal.
I get that
But
it's
like-
historic metal, but I just don't think it's enough.
I'm not even a big Sabaton fan. I just know that
We're
their
talking-
tours
yeah,
are
we are-
massive.
we are talking in
one,
regards to this.
one or two below, I think.
Fair.
More than likely where Baby Metal is, but I wouldn't necessarily swap them around because I also don't think Baby Metal could headline.
I don't think Baby Metal could.
I think
I just
I
don't
can
think
see if
Baby Metal objectively aren't big enough when you look at the size of the
if they're gonna
tours and shows they're
headline,
playing.
then maybe Avalanche. Well, no, I don't.
No,
know.
they wouldn't do that. No,
Avalanche
it's too
actually probably
Right.
like Dogtooth. but even
Sabaton,
then-
cool.
Yeah.
Next, go.
Oh, about my own one.
Yeah, good. Yeah, your own one. What you thought was the best pick you did, and what was probably the worst pick. You
Okay,
picked.
my favorite pick was probably.
Avenged Sevenfold. Like it was really, but it would
No. I mean that's kind of given. I'd say Tesseract, but I'm seeing them in February anyway. I'm really looking forward to
See,
that show.
that's a good shout.
I've already talked about Judas Priest, so I will go for one band I would really like to see actually is Alice in Chains.
in that slot.
I think maybe in that slot. I even had
That would be
I had them at
mad.
second.
I can see them.
Were
in
they
that
that?
slot,
No, it wasn't
I
them.
think.
It was
I-
Alexa on Fire. Sorry.
I even had them at second or headlining second stage at some point. Whilst I was
headlining
making
second.
this.
I was going to say
Yeah, Alice in
that,
Chains
headline
definitely.
second.
That might be a better shout.
From your shout out then, from this lineup that you've done, what was probably your most cast in
The
line?
worst.
What was your worst shout?
What was
here?
my worst one? I don't know.
Will you say that was just a shot in the dark here?
I
A
guess a
proper
shot in the dark because I was just one that I was just trying to find anything to fill out the thing was probably I was looking at a few other prediction things online. I just saw Beartooth and I kind of just shoved it in there.
Yeah,
think-
but it's not
I
actually
exactly
don't
where it
think
was
that's
online.
a bad shout.
It is.
I
Yeah.
think-
It's
yeah.
it's probably in a fine place, but I did just kind of shove it in there.
Yeah. Cool. Go, Jack. Critique.
My best would probably be. I think my best shout on there is North Lane.
Oh,
In
okay.
that-
So,
in
yeah.
that
yeah,
slot
yeah.
as well.
If it wasn't for Humanity's,
I honestly, you could honestly with the tours they've been
I
doing
think they'd be
in that
higher.
slot
I
really
they'd be higher.
works.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And also, I would just love to see North Lane.
Yep, no good
I
shout.
think I don't think they'd headline, but I could definitely see him before headline.
Honestly, I could as well. I could see that.
And go on.
Worst shout. I think the worst shout here is Turnstile that low.
Okay, so it's Turnstile position. Okay,
it's not. It's not Turnstile on the low.
None of you mentioned
that position.
None of you mentioned Poppy.
No, because Poppy's on mine as well.
Right, so we've done Josh's lineup. So that was.
I didn't do my. Did I do my? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did. Right. Right. Honestly, it's not a bad shot. Like I said, it was pretty interesting when I first saw it. So next one. This is submissions. This is from Ryan from our camp submission. So we got
Andrew WK is such a good shout.
Big up the Ryan. He likes my comments every time I post something in the WhatsApp group. So you know what? He's already won my heart and my eyes. I think this is perfect, and I see no fault.
I think there's some really good shouts here.
Liking messages gets you far.
I think from what I saw from this lineup, again, it's super interesting. There's some trends, but there's some really good ones. Like we haven't even touched on Fall Out Boy at Jimmy Eat World.
Jimmy Eat World. I was literally just looking at Jimmy Eat World.
Sorry, I just seen the bottom Miles Kennedy with some people slotted in somewhere.
Yeah. Also, a good shout in there.
I love Miles Kennedy.
A good shout for me, like, is Wheatus.
Oh,
that's
Wheatus.
I do rate that.
There's some really interesting ones here.
I put this on my one, but Silosis.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
love the Silosis pick.
Their new album is.
Where are they on?
Absolutely
they're
amazing.
on third here. There's no fourth here. So it's just the third stage.
Yeah,
which obviously fair is fine.
Psychedelic Porn Crumpets is actually fucking such
That's a really good shout.
That's such a shout.
That is actually a very
I didn't
good
even
one.
think. What's fucking Manchester Orchestra doing right next to them though on the Saturday?
Have you guys, you know what else?
Ryan,
you know
you liked my messages and I put my trust in you. What's Orchestra doing on there?
You know what
I've seen
else
some
is
worse
a really
ones.
good shout? If you guys know them, Windrose.
Windrose.
Do you know?
No.
Do you know they're like the lead singer is a dwarf. They like dresses. It's
Well,
like
you
it's
can't
kind of
say
like
that. You can't say
Viking. It's kind of like Viking metal. So this is gonna be the Row Pit band.
Oh, right. Yeah,
But
okay.
they have a song called. I can't remember what it's called, but the chorus is literally I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole, diggy hole, diggy
Mate, that's
hole.
fucking Yogscast. That's Yogscast in fucking 2001.
That's also every Ailstorm song ever written.
It's very much of that variety, but I imagine that would be so good live. So I absolutely rate
cancelled because he was being a pirate in real life.
I had to check.
Aren't we all?
I think there's some pretty good ones here. Though. If I'm going to choose the good takes and the bad take, the good take here is I want it to be System, but it probably isn't. What is that one? I think Bowling for Soup. I think that's probably the good take here, because Bowling for Soup always do that sort of slot, and they'll always do that slot forever. I don't think the last time they were on main stage was like 2007. And they've never been that good ever since because they've not done anything.
Wait, who was that? Sorry.
Bowling for Soup.
Bowling for Soup.
Yeah. I think like they were on the original what was the Download That Never Was lineup, and they were on that sort of level. So I think that would be a good one. The worst takes Vended. Vended or Hollywood Vampires. Because Hollywood Vampires, I think, are just not a festival band at all. Like they're just a.
You're Vended.
Vended's Corey Taylor's
son.
They played at Rebellion like recently. They're not that big.
I don't think that's a good take. I think that's.
I think that if they are fourth stage,
they are fourth stage.
Maybe the main stage. Maybe one day, but
maybe one day, but
not
not now. Absolutely not now. Or Hollywood Vampires, pretty much. It was either one of the two. Because Hollywood Vampires, like I said, they're a stadium band, but only because it's Johnny Depp.
Yeah, but they're not. They wouldn't do well at a festival.
No, they don't do well.
No, it's fucking
bullshit.
dog shit.
Yeah, awful. This is why we're going to talk about Sleep Token. I'd see Sleep Token there.
Get some fucking knobhead.
We've had who else had?
Did you? So your best shout was
my best shout was Bowling for Soup on this one,
and your worst one Vended.
was Vended. Yeah.
What do you think?
Right, okay. Genuinely, I really like Jimmy Eat World. I also like Psychedelic Porn Crumpets, but I think Jimmy Eat World is more likely.
On that slot.
You know what? I think, yeah.
Okay, cool. That's not a bad take. All right, fair.
No, I don't see him headlining. Somewhere around that general area.
If Jimmy Eat World can be there, Coed and Cambria headlined third stage last year,
Coed and Cambria,
which were very fucking good. But no, they headlined last year. Jimmy Eat World, Coed and Cambria, there. You can't have Jimmy Eat World there and have Coed and Cambria headlining the stage.
As for worst take, I'd probably say Smashing Pumpkins, but only because I don't see them headlining second. I think they're going to be on main somewhere.
I think that's their
They
slot.
were main support.
I don't think they should have been
in 2019.
I don't think they should have been main support.
Okay.
What were they? Because
they had a huge stage setup, didn't we? Because we didn't particularly watch them.
But
we were heading down that way, kind of at the end of their set to get a spot.
We watched
for
like
Tool.
half of their set,
and they had a huge setup.
Yeah, I fell asleep during.
They're a shame because they're a really good. The main complaint that people have with Smashing Pumpkins is they are a really good band.
They're just fucking
It's just
boring, bro.
they're shit now.
I rate these
And they fill a lot of their set with their new stuff. They've just released a double album, but it's a rock opera. No, it's a triple album. Sorry, it's just like no one wants that much news of a band that aren't at it anymore. But they've got like 2 or 3 albums which people fucking love, but they just don't play.
I could see that if they ever get like Mike headlining Download again, then put Smashing Pumpkins with them because aren't Mike like all huge fans of Smashing Pumpkins?
Yeah, Mike M's music taste is mental. They love Pulp, Smashing Pumpkins,
They had
Placebo.
Frank Turner and Sleeping Souls. Fucking
Yeah, didn't you see?
them.
Didn't you see that theory that My Chem broke up for 6 years because Smashing Pumpkins also did that?
I see it.
God.
I've just realised as well, on the main stage on Friday, I love me a bit of Godsmack.
Yeah, Godsmack. Yeah, they were really good.
Godsmack.
Godsmack?
Ghostmack.
Ghostmack.
Ghostmack,
you bitch. Ghostmack, you
Something that I
bitch.
didn't also spot, sorry, the Crossfaith. Crossfaith, I can fully...
I have
Crossfaith
seen
is-
Crossfaith live.
I can see
interesting.
Crossfaith.
That is like a proper nod to dad rock, early sort of shit. Godsmack.
Yeah.
Like, because they are that whole like scuzz era.
I'm not a huge Godsmack fan, but that's their slot.
I'm not
that,
a huge
that
Godsmack
is their
fan,
slot.
but like, yeah, as I say, I could see them being there as to where
So what was your worst shout?
The worst shout, I think, was...
Smashing Pumpkins.
See, I said Smashing Pumpkins there, but now you've all sort of like weighed in,
I see,
and now
yeah.
I'm second-guessing myself.
You've now changed your opinion
I'd probably
because you
have
know
to
what
say
it
that
is.
my worst take is Manchester Orchestra.
Hey, don't call out Manchester Orchestra.
Actually, no.
My
I love you guys.
I've already said this. I love Windrose as a take.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
would just be fun.
Who's right? Who's Windrose?
We'll look at them after this.
I'll show you after this.
We'll go through the
Basically,
lineups.
the lead singer is a dwarf. And my worst take, I don't Fallout Boy on the second stage.
That's gonna be my worst.
They were
take.
main support 1 year.
I don't.
They are
I think they're way too big for that.
They're way.
Yeah,
too
I
big
also
for us.
did. Yeah,
They're
this is the
way
thing.
too big for that.
It'll be the ghost of second stage.
Yeah.
Go, Jack.
My worst take is the Fall Out Boy, but because you said that, I'm gonna go for A Day to Remember being a downgrade from when they were the last time they played it.
Yeah, cool point.
Yeah.
Good
I
point.
can also see Holding Absence being higher than they are.
Yeah, I see that. I see that as well. But my good take from this is Rob Zombie second to last.
I don't think that's good.
Deserves it. Man deserves it.
Man deserves it.
fucking
But
deserves
man
it.
can't not do a
agree
headlining
with that.
set.
I think I actually agree with that.
I do, but he can't
think
not
he's
do a
worked
headline
hard.
set. He has to do a headline set every time.
So many people have done the Macarena to that fucking song that he
Oh,
did.
fucking Dracula.
I think
Yeah.
with all of that, I think he's earned.
The only other bad shout I think would be Andrew WK not being on main stage.
I know
He's a
always been
main
second stage.
he's a main stage band.
I can see.
It's like
Andrew WK.
Ailstorm, right? They might not have the height, but then are they ever not going to play main stage?
Fair.
They put
Okay.
like the more fun ones on, like Bollywood aren't that big. They were going to be
They
on.
opened
They were
up,
on
yeah,
main
they did
stage.
open. And Lorna Shore, not big.
on main
Lorna
stage.
Shore on main stage. Oh,
I'm on a mark. Are always at main stage.
You mean Will Ramos and the
kick-
Kick?
They all, the
Kick
fun
drum
bands
and
are
vocals,
always
the
in the
band.
afternoon on the main stage.
Fair
So
call.
Andrew WK should be on the main stage.
I think Andrew WK.
That's fair.
All right, don't go mad. This is mine next.
Uh-oh.
I'm just gonna pull out.
Okay,
guys,
okay.
This is. I actually
Drum
thought
roll.
about this one. Okay, here's mine.
I'm joking. It's not bad.
This is mine.
It's really not bad. It's
I'm not
actually
going to
quite
say
good.
anything. And you're just going to critique it.
Right. Let's have a look.
Static.
That's
I did.
All of those fourth stage picks are awful.
No, they're not.
No. They're
I
good.
agree,
But
I
I
agree,
like
actually.
all of those
I
bands,
do
but
agree.
there is
Neck
no
Deep
way
are
on
fucking
earth
awful.
that they're on the lowest
Neck
stage.
Deep should be kept far away from download.
I like all of those
despite-
bands,
Yeah, you're
but
right.
the fourth stage is usually for like the slightly weird bands, the proggier bands.
Yeah, ignoring those opinions on Neck Deep, they were on the main stage. Was it either this year?
Neck
or
Deep are on
the
the
year
main
before?
stage.
I put on the main stage.
They're not going from the main
I
stage.
think
If Neck
every
Deep
time
headline a
that
stage, it's
download is
third.
on, Neck Deep should do a tour in South Africa.
This is
That's
the
what
thing.
I think.
This is the thing is that
Very, very far away from that
I
download.
kind of
That's where
put-
I'd like them to be.
I kind of put.
all the time.
I kind of put.
Every
I
time.
kind of put. Neck.
What?
You're right. As far in the southern equator as possible. Yeah, I understand.
Whoa, what's happened?
All right.
I don't get
Okay.
it.
Right. Moving on. I only put Neck Deep on here because they're on a lot of other people's things, but also I had nowhere to put them. I wasn't going to put them anywhere else other than there. While She Sleeps have been there before, and Holding Absence, I guess, it was like they deserve a decent headline slot, but they're not third stage. Yet.
Yeah, I like Holding Absence there.
But yeah, go on.
As for
critique
the
me.
Saturday, I can't.
We'll go Jacks this way around this time.
Honestly, the worst shout for me is either all of those three bands being
Forget
on
the
that
four-
stage.
forget the four
That's what I
stage.
mean. The only other thing I don't see is Limp Bizkit not being on main stage. I think honestly,
I agree.
honestly,
I agree.
if you change Limp Bizkit to and Tenacious D's exact spots,
No, I disagree. But yeah, go.
but it's honestly, regardless of Tenacious D, it's Limp Bizkit being on that stage. And if anything, Limp Bizkit and Mastodon should swap.
Okay, I see
Yeah, no, I see that. I see that.
Because Mastodon have the discography in like length to headline,
Fair.
like headline a stage, but they don't have the pull to do a main stage.
What's my best take?
The best one on here is honestly Tenacious D.
This shit.
Rate that. Rate
Yeah,
that.
rate that cool.
I would love it. I would love it. I'd be there.
Honestly,
I would be there no matter what.
I picked that. I was like, you know what? I
I'd
can
love
see
it,
this.
and that slot would do them.
And I
they'd
would
do
see
them
because
well.
I picked Green Day purely because I want to see Green Day headline download. Because I want
Tenacious
to
D
new
sold out 2 nights at Wembley.
Yeah, and
They're
they've been
massive.
They've been headlined tours all over Europe. Why not fucking Download Festival?
Yeah.
And it was also the point of where Green Day also have headlined Download France. So
But they've
why
never
can't they
had
headline Download
That's
UK?
true.
So I was just there like, that would be cool, and Tenacious D. And I thought, you know what? Let's not put what you'd expect. Let's put Mastodon in there.
I'd love it. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
a
yeah.
huge Mastodon fan.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't complain about Mastodon.
So
Yeah.
when I was like, yeah, sure. Okay, best take was, sorry.
Best take, Tenacious
Tenacious
D.
D,
Worst
worst
take, Limp Bizkit's positioning.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so my best take, although I know it's not going to happen because of what I've kind of already said a while ago, but it will probably happen 2025, is Trivium being second on the bill.
Really?
I
Okay.
want that to
actually got them in
happen.
the exact same slot as you.
Yeah, I
on the
know, I know,
exact
you said it.
day.
I was like, yes.
I want that to happen. I think that will happen next time they go to Download. They'll go second on the bill.
Yeah.
I can
They were third last time.
Yeah,
that was
they were
3
third last
years ago, and
time.
They've released two
albums.
And I
three
think-
banging albums since then.
Three banging albums, and with all the kind of streaming stuff they do now, they've been around for a long time, but it does feel like they are actually still getting bigger.
Yeah, they are. They were so good at Victoria.
Although- Probably my worst take is putting Bullet underneath them. I don't know about that.
Okay.
In terms of size, I do agree.
No,
I
in
can't
terms
agree
in
with
terms
that.
of
I
size.
don't know if
I
I do.
agree.
I don't know if I do.
No, because
because
Trivium
Hear me out.
Trivium have opened for Bullet fairly recently, I think, in America
Have
in
they?
the last couple of years.
Can we confirm that?
I think they did a tour. I think they did a tour a couple of years ago.
Admin department will confirm.
I'm pretty sure Bullet did a tour with Trivium support.
I mean, that's fucking nuts.
So
That's a
do
nuts
that,
tour, if that's
right?
the case.
that's insane.
Right? Put Bullet.
Was it Bad Omens as well? Was Bad Omens on that tour? I think I've seen this.
Oh, you know what?
Was it Bad Omens, Trivium, and Bullet?
That was February 2018.
It
Both my Valentine have dates with Trivium.
2018 though. Like what's
That's a
Bullet done
while
since
ago.
then?
Okay, but also,
Trivium and Tooth Grinder.
No.
okay, but also in 2018, Bullet there's the last time Bullet were download, and they were second on the bill. So
they were. This was the.
So I don't think they moved.
I don't think they moved. Diantwood?
Huh? Yes, they were. No,
Trivium were before Diantwood.
Yeah, no, but he's on about Bullet. He's on about Bullet.
Yeah, Bullet.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think you move Bullet down to third. I think you put them on the second stage and let Trivium do that slot.
I said it was a good take.
So yeah, go on. Bad take. There's a bad take was Bullet. Good take.
The bad take was Bullet underneath Trivium. The good take was Trivium, although I know it's not going to happen.
Okay, fair.
Noah,
go.
Well, let me put my thinking cap on.
Don't think fucking too long, mate. This podcast is only 3 hours long.
You've delayed the thinking cap. It's going to take longer. No, genuinely though.
I just want to make a quick note that third stage. Right. I'm not sure about Zeal and Andor.
Zeal and Andor, yeah.
But Shikari have literally done that slot before, and Spirit Box would be an upgrade for them. So I see that.
Yeah, that's the only.
I see Spirit Box.
I see Spirit Box there.
I can. Yeah, I think Spirit. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with Spirit Box where they are. I can see them definitely there next year.
But when they last played, which was only 2 years ago, they were lower than that.
Yeah.
They were like third to last.
But so were Ginger. Ginger were on fourth, and then they all of a sudden were emancipated on fucking main stage. But because they just did so well over like 3 years.
I think they're early second stage. Early second stage though.
Fair. Right, so what's your best take out of this?
Anyway, best take. Genuinely, I kind of like where Bad Omens are. I know it's not.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I had them in a similar spot.
I know
maybe
it's
on a
like
different day, but yeah.
But I think where that is for Bad Omens, I can actually see that.
That was the only thing, is that because I was half contemplating putting Bad Omens further up because they're so popular, but I was like,
I don't think they're any further up. I think I don't mean that in the horrible way. I just mean that as in like
they just need a few more years behind them.
Yeah. If literally,
they need more than just the gravitas of the few songs.
If they were a bit older than they are, then I can see them going further up.
Okay. And what was the bad take? Yeah, sorry.
Well, I mean, do I have to explain myself?
No, but we're ignoring the fourth stage.
Look at Saturday Dogtooth. That's all I'm going to say.
What? We're ignoring that.
Yeah, but
you're not getting anything else out.
He doesn't really.
I forget they're in South Africa. We'll leave them be. They're having a really good time.
What's your best and worst take of your own?
My own thing, right? Okay, because some of this was like a bit on what I wanted to see versus like what I thought was doable. My worst take is Black Veil Brides. I thought I was pretty shitty take
on that stage.
Weirdly, because they used to do main stage, but I was like, no.
When we saw them last year, they were on main stage.
I didn't even fucking see the kill switch pick. I actually rate that.
The kill switch pick is the kill switch pick. I thought was the best pick in regards to like I thought that's probably the best pick.
Yeah. Wasn't that literally the slot they had?
Yeah, on the Saturday last time.
Really good pick.
The one I want to happen, which I know will be the most. It will happen, like, if you could put that band anywhere, it's going to be Bosch. It's there. Is Zeal and Ardor. I don't know if you guys know who Zeal and Ardor are.
Yeah.
That is them. They're right there. Okay. But they probably won't be the Avalanche stage. Like, that's the thing.
I don't see them being, unless I'm just not.
My worst
thing
is
how quite big they are, but I don't know if they're quite at that level. Like when I saw them live,
the same level as Shikari.
They were support from the
Yes,
Sugar.
but I think they are because Shikari choose that support slot. Shikari would choose that 10 before anything else.
I feel like Shikari. I feel like they.
I mean, I don't want to spoil mine, but I think it's a bit low for them.
I kind of think I agree. If they could choose where they'd go, they'd rather headline Avalanche than go second or third.
Yeah, they would. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Again, I don't have any spoilers, but I disagree with that.
my worst take is probably Don Bronco.
That low as well. I
think it's more Don Bronco purely because of where it is between Atreyu and Bad Omens.
Don Bronco are bigger than Bad Omens.
Yeah, they are, but
they're bigger than Mastodon.
It's the whole argument of like.
I think. But Download does not give a shit about today.
Well, that's why they wouldn't. That's why they wouldn't play it though, because Download will be like, we don't care about how big you are. We care about how well you've been before and stuff like that. But then Don Bronco would be like, well, we're not playing that though. Then
I want to give a shout out for one. What is it? One band here though, like the Torch.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Howard.
Yeah, Howard Jones. I would do that purely there.
Yeah, since he left Killswitch, I can see that. I think that's
I
I
wanted
do
to shout
rate
that out purely because I was like, yeah, right.
like
Let's
the
watch
Torch,
that.
they've got 1 or 2 good tunes. To be fair, like I know that sounds horrible, but
And because Maynard James is always a download really slyly. It's Perfect Circle.
Honestly, I don't want to spoil mine, but I think a Perfect Circle is a really good shout.
Gonna go through it. And it's just
Is
like,
this mine?
yeah, I tried my hardest.
What is this
to line
layout?
it the fuck up. This is Jack submitting it to me by taking a picture of his lineup, but it doesn't really work very well. So explain it, Jack.
So the top picture, if you just look at the main stage, the top picture is just the main
really
stage,
hard.
and then
That
the
is
other 2 is the second, third.
Yeah, so we've got Opus here. So it goes Rammstein, Avenged Sevenfold, Foo Fighters, which I actually think is a really
Foo
good
Fighters.
shout.
I rate the Foo Fighters.
No one has picked Queens of the Stone Age yet.
They were advertised
But, I
every
mean,
5 minutes at Download last year.
I do agree.
They're touring the UK. It starts in November, because that's when I'm going. So they're not doing anything at this time. They've supported Foo Fighters before. I'd say they're big enough to do headline second stage, if not this slot. But I think they will be there, and they've never done it before, and they'd go down really well.
All right, cool. There's
So my main stage, if you look at it, is, so for example, on the Friday, is Rammstein, Limp Bizkit, Baby Metal, Malevolent, Static Dress.
Okay,
So that's where that's where it ends.
yeah,
Got you.
and then it goes Perfect Circle headline in second stage.
Oh, hey.
Primus.
Hear me out.
Okay,
Hear me out,
Primus,
though.
yeah,
Hear me
sure,
out,
Primus.
though. I rate that Primus pick a lot.
Primus pick is very good pick.
Pretty good.
I
Pretty
really
That's
good.
pretty good.
Primus pick.
Primus pick. Even though we can't read it, I'm sure we can pick that.
Sorry.
How can you not read that as
Right,
Primus? It's not Remus, is it?
Grimace.
Grimace.
I think
Shake.
I like this one. I'll point out immediately that Malevolence is
Yeah,
crossed
Malevolence, I think, is
Why?
very definite. Like,
No.
do you not?
no, because they're exclusive to Bloodstock.
They're
this year.
doing Bloodstock.
Oh, they're doing
They're
Bloodstock.
like main
They're
support to
exclusive, they're
architects at
exclusive
Bloodstock.
to Bloodstock this year.
Okay.
They cannot play another festival. It's like when 2000 Trees had Bullet. We knew that Bullet wouldn't replace Five Finger Death Punch, which they wanted to. So Malevolence is a no-no.
I fucking love to see
My yay takes here are what's the Three Crosses? Who's that?
Oh, I'm so excited to talk about this one. This is my best pick.
Who is this?
They're a band called Crosses, and they're Chino from Deftones' side project.
Oh, okay.
They have never ever done a show in the UK.
I think that's the worst pick.
I think that this will be their debut show. I'm telling you. I'm telling you now that they've got the stream numbers to be in that slot.
I also think it's the worst pick. Whatever that is. I have no idea.
I like Pliny.
I like how it's.
Oh my god!
completely
Can
new.
we just take a second and appreciate the spelling on Neobliviscar?
That is
It's not good.
I'm
is
dyslexic, but I'll take that.
atrocious.
It's not good. It's not good.
It's
not good.
Okay, without jokes. Okay, good picks here. Queens of the Stone Age.
Yeah.
It'd be so good, wouldn't it?
It's a sick pick.
It'd be
Honestly,
so good.
Sick pick at that point. I think that's a really good shout.
They headlined the second stage at
Glastonbury, and it went off. I've seen them recently go off a lot on there.
I've seen them live before. They're amazing. I'm seeing them live again. Can't wait.
I think that's the best. That's the most exciting pick I've seen so far. Is Queens of the Stone Age. The worst is well, Dinosaur Pile Up is not worse because it's bad.
I'm just sort of hoping that they're there again. Mate, you didn't see them. They were really good.
What is WSTR?
I was going to say what I was going to say.
They're a pop punk band called Waster.
Oh, I was like, who's that?
Isn't it? They're so good. Listen to them.
Right.
They're well good.
Okay. Right. No, my bad pick is the fact that you put Hannibal on fourth stage there. Hannibal do not deserve to be at Hannibal.
You know what? I can accept that.
That's my bad pick.
I can accept that.
Hannibal deserves to be higher than that. Go.
Worst and best.
What?
Your best and worst picks.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Best and worst picks. Oh, right. I mean, I've seen Bovril Levine at fucking on the Sunday, and I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that at all.
Bovril.
I think Bovril's worked very hard to get to where they are. And
What? You don't think Avril Lavigne should be third? I think she should be higher. I think
It's not Avril Lavigne. It's not Avril Lavigne. It's a fake person.
I think she's just lacking the support from Opeth.
Exactly. Well, that was the point that I was about to make. But it
It's
was
like, you know what she needs? Open.
it was just rudely stolen from me by the girl.
Avril Lavigne is a on the festival circuit.
Yes, I know.
Exactly.
Can we
Wow,
stop with
wow.
that?
Lads, my lineup's just the best. It's so accurate.
Let the facts speak for themselves.
Avril Lavigne is not going to be seen in the same space that Lisa with Sum 41 is. Let's just be honest with that. Because
They're different days.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly. Yeah, different days.
Some 41 will 100% be there. It's their final tour.
Not there though. Where is it? Third stage?
First stage
No.
headliner?
No.
You don't think so?
No, they were headline second stage last time they were here.
Oh, you
Good
know what?
Charlotte supporting.
You know what? That's fair enough. Anyway.
Right.
Moving on.
Take that I disagree with. Loathe, where they are. I think Loathe could go. You know what? Dare I say it? Potentially early main stage.
Yes, I can see that, but honestly, that's the same place as we're at now.
That's
Do you know, when we last saw them,
Do you
they were
think?
when we last saw them,
They were in the Avalanche
middle of the
stage.
day on the third stage.
Yeah.
That's an upgrade.
That's the middle of the
I think
second stage.
that's actually where I put them on
Do
my
you think?
on my
Yes.
list as well.
I'd put them higher. Personally, I'd put them higher, but
Also,
Yeah.
one of my really good friends that I worked with is one of the best mates with one of the guys with Loathe.
Derek Loathe.
Yes.
Yeah.
And,
sorry, Dave Loathe.
And
What's Dave Loathe saying? I've not seen him for time.
why are we all so much friends? But like, I think that's perfect for them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I think higher personally, but yeah.
Fair.
I rate Meshuggah headlining the in a tent because
Yeah.
because you need
I like that.
If fourth stage was the science,
Oh,
fourth
I
stage
muted
was
myself.
this
Imagine
year.
Imagine it. Like they
Yes.
pull
You-
the curtains
you
down, they
need-
pull everything down.
you need the
You're
light
just
show.
stuck in this tent, and all they're playing is Bleed for about 24 minutes straight.
well, you know what? I watched them last
Everyone's
year.
all they do is they get a scoreboard, and all of a sudden it's like Squid Games, right?
I know.
So
'cause-
they're just gonna play Bleed on repeat. Sorry, Josh. They're gonna play Bleed on repeat,
Yeah, fucking hell,
and
no,
there's just
shut
gonna be
up.
tasks that appear, Squid Game style, and you're just gonna be like, oh my god, what's this one? And it just says, fucking, do a forward roll right now. So half of them do a forward roll, half of them don't. They get taken.
They're gone from the gig.
They get taken out of the tent.
I'm gonna
The
mute
tent
your
is
microphone
the
in a
tent
minute.
is the space, the squid space, if you will, the squid space, Squid's village. If
Okay,
you will.
so I hate to ruin this game, but so I
Yeah,
saw
ruin it, please
Meshuggah
ruin it.
last year. They didn't play Bleed.
They didn't.
Wait,
play
they didn't?
Bleed, no.
Wait, what the
No,
fuck?
they didn't. Yeah, because there was. It
Why
was
they play
supported by-
Combustion on repeat? It's Squid Games. They play Combustion on
Because
repeat.
we had tickets, but I wasn't feeling. I was pretty unwell, and it was Zeal and Ardor and
It was
Sugar.
I spent the whole of Zeal and Ardor's set queuing for merch because they had a really good Destroyer Raise Improve long sleeve. And as I was about two people away from the front, it fucking sold out.
Oh,
I spent the whole... They had an hour support
mate,
slot
the
and
fucking
I wasted it.
Was it the long sleeve shirt? Was it?
Long sleeve shirt, Destroyer Raise
no,
Improve.
fuck it, mate. I've been wanting to get the one with the fucking skeleton down the side. Is it?
I think...
if I remember right, I don't remember.
Maybe...
It's got something. It's either got
something
the
like
sugar
that.
written or it's got like the fucking.
We're
the
women.
three
This is a
skeletons
women's
from the
podcast
thing.
right now. It's
Sorry,
not
I'm
merch.
getting carried away. I'm getting really.
Yeah, anyway, so
Yeah, but
Squid
Sugar's a good
Games.
shout.
so Meshuggah is my positive
I
take.
think it's a
You
good
need
shout.
you need the tent for the light show.
Yes.
My bad take is I don't know. Is generally
Don't suck up to Jack now. Don't suck up to
Where's
him.
the camera?
Go
I-
higher.
it's-
In process, go higher. In process.
okay. Okay, so someone who can't fucking spell. So we'll go Nia Blivis Scarus because they don't exist.
Ooh.
We'll go Malevolence because they're not playing the festival. We'll go Trivium because they're not going to tour till 25.
Where does he put Trivium again?
In the exact same slot that you did.
Oh, yeah, true. I still
actually
think that's a
wrong.
good shout. Look, also I just noticed Dragon Force are on this list.
I rate that.
I
I
I'm
rate
taking it
Dragon
down
Force.
so well. Come on.
I rate Dragon
I'm not even a
Force.
Dragon Force fan.
I
but it-
like it, but I think it's.
I rate that. They
Put it
got.
this way, if I
rate
saw
that.
it, I wouldn't be mad.
They would go on the main stage and I would see it. Yeah.
I just. Be
I
like,
think
you know
my
what, I've
best
wanted
pick-
to. I wanted
Okay,
to
yeah.
see
No.
Guitar Hero done poorly for years.
I think my best pick is Primus.
I think, yeah, no, you're probably correct.
Although I think they could headline second stage, but I
Primus
think
could
that's
go
their
higher,
slot.
But I like. Where
It'd be
you put
so
them.
good.
Mate, I'd
I'd
could
see Primus over
were
anyone.
there. If they were there, I'd fucking.
If
Yeah,
the,
but
if
I-
the
yeah,
clash
but
was
I'd go
if the
see
clash
him,
was
I'd go see
between
him.
Primus and Limp Bizkit, I pick Primus.
Wow.
Yikes.
Yeah, but look
Where's
at
the
him.
camera? Where's the camera? I mean what I say. I said what I
the
said.
whitest man on the podcast says this. Right? Yes.
And my worst take would
Jesus,
probably, honestly, I
because
think
he
would be
told
Avril
the
Lavigne
truth.
that low.
Avril Lavigne. Okay, no, but Avril Lavigne was on the surveys.
No, but I mean that though.
That low?
I've got a third stage headliner.
Yeah, I mean, I see that.
Second
Avril
best take
Lavigne.
is Crosses. It's a really good take. Watch it happen. Honestly,
I know
where's
I
the
did
camera?
I'm well sick.
All right, cool. That's Jack's, Frankenstein line.
No, also, can I just quickly say, I was the only one which had Foo Fighters.
Yeah, you were, but honestly,
Yay or
that's a
nay?
really good take.
I
I like it. I just don't think it'll happen at Download. I think it'll happen at Leeds instead.
I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is
that.
my complete issue because I would love to see
I'll
them at
give you-
Download,
I'll-
but it will be at Leeds.
Fair enough.
I don't think anybody else. Right, this one. Now we're getting back into Reddit. This was one of the first. It's labeled as a press release, but it's not. It's a fan made one, which is this one.
Is this the leak?
No. This is
Right.
this one that
This
I
is
found.
gonna
It's
sound
the
really
early
awful.
ones.
But I think that's actually very accurate.
This is the thing, is like I saw this as one of the early leaks, early leaks, and I saw this went, okay, there's certain bands we've not picked here, such as Machine Head, which is actually probably a really good pick.
Wait, hang on.
I-
Sorry.
yeah, no, I-
sorry.
Ain't no way Napalm Death
Sorry.
is that high.
Sorry. 100 gags at download.
There's no way Hyperpop makes
100 gags.
Yeah.
Have you heard 100 gags? They've not even heard themselves. They're that shit.
Have you not heard their
They fucking just play noise, and it's like, you know when you've got a fucking guitar distortion pedal and you just put it on, you just put the gain all the way up. You put it all the way up, and you're like, you know what? I want to fucking deafen myself with white noise. You know what?
sending me so
And you
under.
press that button, you press it down, and it's just like... That's what 100 gags is. That is what 100
Have you heard
gags
their remix of One Step Closer?
No,
Yeah,
and I
I
don't
heard
want
this.
to.
Yeah, it's
No, I
awful.
can't hear it if I fucking listen to it, because all it is... That's all I hear. That's all I hear.
Fuck's sake.
I put them on. Oh, fuck it, mate. The only good thing that 100 Gex ever did was let fucking Glick, my boy who raps like, what's his name from Jimmy Neutron? Sheen from Jimmy Neutron. He's made a cover of a 100 Gex tune, and let me tell you, it's miles
top
better
stuff.
than actual 100 Gex. Because he just sings it like Sheen. And then he gets Carlin. He gets fucking Carlin for the second bit. Carl comes in and
I looked at this and thought this is actually a pretty good pick.
No,
I
no,
thought it was
I
actually
know.
bad. But he's like 100 gigs. Nah, you know what we're
No,
gonna
no. I think everything
can't read
else
the
there,
rest of the
apart
small
from
ones.
maybe
As-
Insane Clown Posse, like
The Insane Clown Posse, I think, is probably a really
I can
shit
see,
point.
I can see Insane Clown Posse being there, but
can't.
like very, very
Twin Atlantic's
low,
a shit pick.
very low.
Twin Atlantic's a
as
very
much
shit
as I
pick.
love them, Maiden were there last year.
Yeah.
Do not bring Maiden back
no.
this quickly.
I can
They did a UK tour this year.
put it this
The
way.
problem,
Legacy
the
Beast.
problem,
All
the
I'm
problem I
gonna
have
say-
is I see it, but I really don't want
No,
to see
I agree.
that.
I agree.
Regardless
I can see
of
it.
regardless of who the band is, I do not want them twice within
Yeah.
3 years.
Can I ask who has bought their tickets?
Not me.
Exactly,
haven't
no
yet.
one has yet. And if that happens, I won't. That is like I won't
Do you
buy
think?
it
Would you
until
go
something really better comes up. Because this is the thing. It's like, if Iron Maiden go again, I just can't.
It depends
do
who the other
that.
headliners are. It
Yeah,
depends
that's
who
the
the other
thing.
headliners
That's the thing.
are.
is
Like,
if
say-
if
say
Iron
if-
Maiden drop in there, the second stage headliners have to hit me. Otherwise, it's pointless for me.
Well, no, I would go
You've
if
got-
it was
you've
this
got
year.
in one corner.
Yeah.
Iron Maiden.
I would, because Rammstein alone would make me go.
Iron Maiden in one corner.
There's logistics to talk about here, but I again, unless Limp Bizkit are headlining at the same time as Iron Maiden, I wouldn't.
No, I agree.
Like, I just can't. Oh, I've spent too many nights in my own tent just because I don't want to see their own headliner. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, because Iron Maiden, there were when we saw Iron Maiden, it was Kiss and Biffy. Biffy were the best
By a mile.
by a fucking country mile, and they were chastised because they weren't metal enough to be there. But they were the best.
No.
And then Kiss were only better than Maiden purely because the show was better, not because they were technically better. And then, because I watched Iron Maiden, and they filmed it, so it was in fucking 1080 by 1920 on the fucking screen. So you squint in trying to see it. And it's like, well, sorry, we're going to stop for a minute while we change your all inflatables. I was just like,
I
fucking hate
rated
that.
Maiden, I love them, but I thought their set was a bit shit.
Yeah, because they played like the first 4 songs were new
New-
songs.
no-
They
songs.
didn't they come on late because they had problems setting up the
'Cause he didn't
stage
get his
for
fucking
the
Zimmer
staging that
frame
they
to
took off
carry him
after
on.
3 songs.
Yeah, I just don't want to see them again. They are the most headlined band at Download is Iron Maiden. So don't give them another one. Don't give them a fucking 11th, 10th, whatever it is.
The way that I see
I think it's just a stupid idea.
I see it as
Send them to Bloodstock. Go to Bloodstock.
They're too big for Bloodstock.
No, but they are too big for
Bloodstock.
Bloodstock. I think that'll be great for Bloodstock. I think that'll be brilliant for Bloodstock. I just don't think it should be here.
Neck deep reasoning. I think have them in
Bloodstock.
Have them in Bloodstock so they're very far away from Download when it happens.
Yeah, but they're also closer to us.
Yeah,
but there is.
I don't think I wouldn't be happy with. I wouldn't be happy with a Maiden pick, and that's from a Maiden fan.
I would say this lineup. The only thing I can for my pick for this, the best one is Machine Head. Like
worst?
I would like to see
I
it.
like Machine
Worst
Head
Maiden.
pick. Yeah,
Maiden is the worst.
The thing is right.
I like Cannibal Corpse there as well.
I think Maiden's a shit pick, but
I would still see it.
I can still see it.
It's realistic, yeah. It's
I would
realistic. That's the worst bit.
I would still see it, and I would still enjoy it.
No, I wouldn't. I'd look at them. I'd hear one song and be like, "I've literally heard all of your tunes. Can I go somewhere else?"
I think that's a bit harsh. I think that's harsh.
Yeah, I would go.
You just listen to "Hallowed Be Thy Name" or whatever. They do that, and then it's like, right now I've heard every tune.
All I want to do is to soak up something else other than the Maiden. Right.
Okay.
Go, Josh. Best pick out of them ones.
Best pick out of. You said Machine Head.
I said Machine Head.
So I'll say it again. Cannibal Corpse.
That's a fair point, though.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, fair call. A worst.
It's
Maiden.
Yeah, I love them, but
there it is again. We can't escape.
It has to be. It's been too soon. It was only 2 years ago we got them,
and it was like 9 years before that. It's every single fucking other year.
Yeah, my worst is Maiden, and my best is Avril Lavigne.
I rate Avril Lavigne there. I think
that's not bad. That's not bad.
It would go down so well.
I think
middle 5 o'clock.
Would you for that cheesy fucking like millennials?
Right, think of it like this year they've just gone where it's really sunny, it's really warm, and you hear Avril Lavigne.
And it starts to get a bit cooler. 5, 6 in the evening, third to last on main stage.
If I get fucking 3rd-degree sunburn, I've cooled off, if anything.
You know at Glastonbury they have that set on the Sunday, which is not a headliner set, but it's still like a big set. They call it like the Sunday Legends set, and it's like a separate thing to have on its own. It feels like Download should have that for like the nostalgia slot.
Yeah, and I think it's the nostalgia pop slot as well. Like we all think that. I remember Avril Lavigne when I was in primary school, and I'm older than all of you. So like when I think that's old. Right. So moving on. This is now we're getting into the official, unofficial, confirmed fan leak, which was this one, everyone looked at and thought this is a possible lineup.
No,
I just want to say there are parts of this I really like and I really rate,
I fucking love some of
and
this.
there are some takes that I massively disagree with.
I'm gonna be real. I think the main stage is very fucking.
I think that's really close.
Yeah, some of the main stage, they could bring back. They could bring
back
Death
Idol's
Punch.
Prodigy, Sleep Token.
No,
I don't see the problem I have is I don't.
I can see
Well, but we disagree on Idols. Idols are one of the best bands.
I can see Idols headlining
right
second. I can see Idols headlining second.
I don't see
easily.
I don't want. Is it?
I love them. I think they should be there. If they're not
Is
there,
that
they should be there.
is that Noah's favorite band underneath Idols?
What, Neck Deep?
Sorry, I think that says Netch Deep actually. If you
know what I think
I rate. I really do. My problem is I really do rate this.
You know what? I think Netch Deep are miles better than Neck Deep. They can tour somewhere around Donington. Area
I mean,
in the UK, whilst Neck Deep
that second stage is just awesome. Idols,
I
Prodigy.
really like the second stage. Mate, fucking Spirit Box before Prodigy. I think that's a sick pick.
Honestly, like the Prodigy pick is my favorite here.
It's such a good
pick.
pick. I had it in mind and I took them out.
I took it out purely because I was like, I don't know if it's going to be this year or next year.
On Avalanche stage, that's a sick shout.
This is why this poster resonated with a load of people, because everything was like, yo, that could work, but also it makes sense. But at the same time, it was confirmed as fan made, and then you look at certain things like Motions in White again, and who else was it again? There's loads of other bands that are the same thing again.
Also, Rammstein can't be there on the Saturday because they're in Barcelona.
Boo.
Are they in Barcelona that day?
On the Saturday, yeah.
This is why I'm thinking that Rammstein, as much as it's confirmed at download via Ticketmaster, I still don't think it's going to happen.
I kind of right.
Well, it physically can't be on the Saturday. It has to be on the Friday or Sunday.
Yeah, true. What was else is here? I'm sorry, I'm looking at my own screen here, trying to figure out which one was the repeats. There's loads of repeats in here. Epica. I think
Cancer Bats. I think is wrong because they were
Motionless and White's a repeat.
They were there this year. Movements is actually a really good shout.
30H3.
Yeah, that's what I saw. 30H3, 303. I was like, or 3003 or whatever it's called. I just thought I was like, this is blatantly stupid.
Who's that Friday?
What? Gogol? I don't know who that is.
Who?
No idea.
Gogol.
Gogol.
I'm not even gonna pronounce it.
I do not know.
No idea who that is.
Gogol Bordello.
Is that a band
We get
called,
admin to
is
search
that a
that.
band called Microwave?
Le Gogol Bordello.
The confirmed bad Reddit made lineup on the third stage on the Friday underneath Idols is Gogol Bird. We'll search it in the YouTube search.
Gogol
Gogol Bordelo. I've never heard of them before. With who?
With who?
Playing in Norwich.
Norwich.
I've never heard them before. But it's from a lot of this, which is why everyone kind of saw it as like this is probably a good pick, is because it does make sense. A lot of it
is picks that you can just see.
Yeah. Like the Sleep Taker pick, I could possibly see.
I
like
can see.
the Prodigy
That's the
pick,
exact
definitely.
slot that I put them in.
Yeah, and
Just,
the Spirit Box
see.
pick, a bit high, but could see it. Corey Taylor could see it. Don
think
Bronco
Corey Taylor
too
would be
high,
right.
but I could see it. Limp Bizkit before Avenged Sevenfold could see it. Right, we'll go from this. I'll go from this side again. Best pick is probably the Prodigy. That's my favorite pick. If I saw that, I was like, yes, go see it.
I'd go. Definitely.
100% see it. Worst pick is fucking Idols. Jack shakes his head, right? I can't do it. As much.
I'm skipping ahead of the queue. My best take is Idols.
Oh, fuck you! I was gonna say that, prick. Stolen it off me.
I just don't. I can't do Idols, man. This is just personal preference with Idols, but also Idols there. No.
Oh, you
I was gonna say Idols, but he's.
I'm gonna skip ahead now. My best pick is Neck Deep.
It's who?
Is Neck Deep.
They're not actually playing. It's actually Netch Deep.
Sorry, my best pick is Neck Deep.
Yeah. No, you know what? Netch Deep is sick. Netch Deep have done
their
my
big
favorite
Wexham
album of the
lifestyle.
century. The Netch Deep featuring Bill Murray was my favorite album of the year.
Go on. Sorry, let's be serious.
Right. Best
Idols.
pick. Best
Idols.
pick. Yeah, it is Idols. Actually, it is. Oh, I can see Idols.
God, I hate
I can see Idols headlining second. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure
They need new bands.
They do. But I think
NHS. It's just like that's just what they sound like. Though I rate it. It's not necessarily for me, but it's like it sounds sick.
They were in mine. Knocked Loose were in mine.
Yeah,
They were in mine.
Here's the thing.
To be fair, Knocked Loose.
Knocked Loose aren't here. They aren't on this lineup.
Are they not?
No.
I put them on mine.
Given how
I put them on mine.
much they were advertising the shit out of them last year, I'd hope that
They are not on this
Everything
lineup.
is quiet now.
But yeah, Idols, I think, is probably the most likely, dare I say it. I think the worst, Sabaton, where they are.
Okay, that's quite high. But if Iron Maiden played,
I think that goes without saying. I think the Iron Maiden one goes without saying. It's like, I don't mind them there, however, I'd much rather see somebody else.
if Iron Maiden were there, I'd see Sabaton in that position. But
Okay.
Sabaton
okay,
is
okay,
okay.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
no,
if we're going
absolutely.
down that route, I'd rather see Idols than fucking Iron Maiden in that position.
mate, I'll be at Nash Deep and whatever that fucking
Nash
guy
Deep.
on there.
Crash.
Like,
Well, if
Fresh
you're already
deep.
left in Nash Deep, you might as well stay for Idols.
Niche deep.
I just don't like
Niche.
Idols.
I rate
love him.
on the fourth stage. I rate Decapitated. They're really good.
Ah, fair play. Right, okay, right. Just go with the niche pick. Let's
decapitated
go.
pick. Spheres of Madness is a fucking tune.
That is a good tune.
And then worst pick?
Worst pick.
Idols. fucking pick it.
I've never
Even
listened
me
to
out.
Idols.
Even me out.
So I
yeah,
don't know and don't
It's just
really
not
care.
the punk music.
All Idols is.
I'm gonna
imagine
go-
if the fucking the
Imagine if people cosplayed as the working class.
Yeah, yeah,
as
yeah.
Idols.
They are
No, they're
working
not.
class.
Jack, they're not. Hello, I am struggling man, and I also live in Bristol, where it is very nice.
One of the lyrics is their best way to scare a Tory is to read and get rich.
I want my dinner. I saw Kenneth in the club, and I beat him up. That's like that is a classic. Idols, the lyric.
My worst pick. I don't know.
Idols.
There's nothing that's
Idols.
like
Idols.
too bad.
Idols.
Fuck off. A While She Sleeps that big to be third on the lineup.
Yes, they are. They
No,
are.
I
big.
think they
Are
are.
they?
They're big.
Are they? No, I would.
I
saw
Prevail
them-
were in that slot.
No, one.
I Prevail were in that slot.
lower,
While She Sleeps.
possibly.
I'd say one
Prevail.
below.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't thought. I did see them. I saw them ages ago. It was like 2015. They opened.
While
for,
She Sleeps.
They
have supported
opened
Bring
for
Me
Bullet.
before.
I
in
can see While She
2015.
Sleeps.
I see them in
maybe,
the
yeah,
exact-
maybe.
Where Nesh Deep are. I can see.
But I in mine, I put While She Sleeps headlining.
Yeah, actually,
third
my worst
stage.
take is that Netch Deep isn't like headlining.
To be fair, I would see Nesh Deep over Idols.
Yeah.
I would see Nesh Deep above
I-
Idols.
That's such a.
I think
bad
you're.
take.
Go on, Jack.
Right.
Go on. Give us your take
Moving
on
on.
your
So
fucking
big.
Idols take.
Jack.
Okay, well the best is actually it's either Idols or The Prodigy.
The Prodigy is the best.
The worst pick.
Nesh Deep. Nesh.
Nesh Deep. Nesh Deep.
Worst pick for me. I don't know actually. It's actually quite good. Napalm Death. No, I see that actually.
I can
Yeah, I
see
see
Napalm.
that.
I'm
Oh,
really
yeah.
struggling
Yeah.
here with worst pick. Probably Neck Deep because they were there last year.
Yeah,
In a better slot.
I think
yeah.
what Neck Deep should do is get to download but sort of trip over.
Trip over on your way in, and then it'll play.
I've fallen and I've destroyed
Benji
all
Webb
of
is
my
here to take their
music.
Skid Dread all of a sudden over
Yeah,
Nesh.
Nobody-
fucking
nobody
Benji
gets
Webb
that.
walks
Like,
over.
sorry,
you
Nesh-
bought helicopter.
Nesh Deep
Grabs the
can't play
fucking-
anymore. It's Skin Dread.
Hello, I am Benji Webb from.
Right. That was the last of the
I can
people
say it,
predicting
I'm
lineups. Right. Okay. So we've just been through all the festival predictions. Were any accurate?
What do you mean? As in,
Do
like,
you think when you go like, yes, that's probably download next year?
Prodigy.
I thought
probably, to be
mine was pretty
completely
close.
honest.
I'm gonna be honest.
I think Avenged
Yeah, that's bad,
Sevenfold
actually.
is a given.
I mean,
Yeah, so
like,
the
Avenger
two
and
headliners-
Rammstein, I think,
Rammstein
is
maybe.
very
Yeah,
solid.
isn't that because we googled it and now Rammstein and Avenged Sevenfold both have download selected on their picks?
Oh, don't
now?
say
Yeah,
that.
I just
We're
see
gonna-
it.
I
I
just
just
don't
see
see
it.
take it down.
I just don't see how logistically that's going to work because
But Rammstein haven't done it in like.
years. But with
Years.
this stadium tour, I don't need to see how logistically it'll work. But if it does work, sure.
It would be a downsize of their setup.
Yes, it will be.
I think also the main thing to consider with Rammstein, I was saying this to Noah on the way, it was like, you got to remember if Rammstein do it, a lot of the budget is going on them.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So you would see the compensation somewhere.
All they be doing is setting fire to their keyboard
So either
player.
you get
That's all
and
they
then
do.
another headline and then a third headline, which maybe doesn't cost as much, or the costs will have to be cut somewhere
Yeah.
because they've spent so much money on Rammstein.
The other headliner, obviously, Avenged Sevenfold we called, and the third one is the only like the
Is
misnomer.
the one that's up for grab.
No one knows really. We can.
No
we
one
can
I think
guess.
it'd be Foo Fighters.
Queen?
So you Foo Fighters.
I put Judas Priest.
You put Judas Priest.
It's probably not going to happen, but wishful thinking.
Realistically, I think my chem.
I just
You
don't
really
see
think
it.
Mike?
I
You
think
you
I
didn't
can see
pick
it.
Mike
I can
Cameron
see it.
either.
I can see it.
See, I thought Aerosmith.
I can see that.
But the only reason why
second before I think.
No, they would
No,
headline.
No, they headline.
No, they
Yeah.
would
The
headline.
thing is that the
They're
only thing is that I wouldn't pick Aerosmith. Really, is because the last time they did play Download, they said it was the last time ever. But then again, Kiss have done that. Every other band's done that. They've all come back. It's the only reason why I did pick it because COVID happened.
Right,
So
right,
that's the only thing. It's probably the only reason why. Other than that, though, we're going to move on to other metal rock festivals that do exist. I've only picked some that were interesting, plus also some that are relevant. So we're going to move on. So first one is Download's dirty sister-in-law. It's Bloodstock. So this is Bloodstock.
Actually,
currently.
think it's a good lineup.
I think it's a good lineup.
I think this is Opeth doing a fun pit set.
It is a fun pick set.
That's
which is big.
ridiculous.
This is ridiculous. This is absolutely like
For a band like Opeth to do that, nuts.
Yeah, it's just gonna be fucking.
I mean, they
Harlequin Forest on repeat for about,
oh
Yeah,
yes.
100%.
for about 10
Is
times.
it Demon of the
Into
Fall?
the
And then
trees.
Demon of I was
Demon
gonna
of the
say Demon of the
Fall.
Fall straight after.
I
And
just
then
every 5
end it
minutes.
on Deliverance, but going straight into Ghost of Perdition and then restarting the set again.
Yeah.
Sorrow.
I think with this set, there's this what Bloodstock did correctly, which what Download hasn't done, is as soon as it was over, they released a new lineup.
Okay.
So they got people
Didn't
hyped
they-
for next year.
They didn't announce Opeth straight away, though, did they?
No, Opeth was like a
They
week
had
or so after.
they had Architects and Amon Amarth, and then they
yeah,
had
and
them
then
on.
Opeth again.
Architects headlining's a really interesting choice.
Right, I was gonna say.
I think it's a good choice
right,
though.
only-
Like this is what we want from Download though. This is what we want from like picking.
Like bands
new
that haven't done it
picks.
before, which could do it. It might not work.
Unpopular
it might
opinion,
not,
and
but try
this is
it.
gonna sound very spiteful, but that's probably because it is. Architects fell off horrifically. I think.
At
I
what
think
point-
they
At
fell
what
off
point though?
bad.
Okay.
Their most
I guess
recent
it, like-
album's bad.
No,
That-
no.
Yeah, but
I'd
so is
argue
Avenged
that even
Sevenfold.
before that, I think.
May I just remind you? So you're saying before that, right? That's fair enough. I agree with that. But we literally reviewed that album, which you have just said is bad, and on that exact podcast, you gave it an 8 out of 10.
I gave it an
calling you
8 out of 10 because Animals and the 2 songs that they did with other people were sick. They carried.
So
it.
they released an 8 out of 10 album, but have fallen off.
Yes. Have you heard? Have you heard everything that has come out? Have you heard everything that has come out since? Have you heard? No, don't fucking look at me like that. Have you heard everything that's come out since?
Yeah, it's one album. This is one.
And it's shit.
Yeah, but so like it's not disputed that Metallica are one of the biggest bands ever, right? If they got judged for every bad album they did, they would be playing the 4th stage.
Oh, I wouldn't put them on the fucking 4th stage, would I?
But you just said you were not right with them headline.
Yeah,
you
no,
guys are
because I
fucking
wouldn't put
awful
them as the
with-
headliner. I'd put them like either 3rd or 2nd, 2nd at a push, but somewhere around that. I wouldn't put them as headliner though.
What constitutes a headliner for Bloodstock, though?
To not be shit.
But Architects are an arena band.
Yeah,
That's bigger than Opeth.
because they wrote Animals, which is arguably the best metal song that I've heard in a very fucking long time.
Then that's why they're headlining.
However, the
Bloodstock
problem
then.
is Architects then decided Animals is a really good tune. Let's just try and do it.
No, I
about
agree with you.
16
I agree with you.
different
But
times.
one bad album doesn't mean that they're not the size to headline.
Yeah, okay, I get it, but who wants to like? This was the problem that I had with Architects when they were at Download this year.
Yeah.
The problem that I had was like, all right, these songs are sick. However, all they're doing is fucking whatever was off the Animals album. I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah,
did
yeah.
rate it
I know
an
what
8
you
out of
mean.
10,
I
but
agree with your
They did
exact
that one, and
criticism.
then they did the newest one, which was equally just like it was just like. All I'm saying is, there's a reason they did Animals Lost. It's because they knew that's their best tune, and they knew that
It's
they
not.
were
The
just
problem
trying
is
to fucking
it's
copy-
not their
copy
best
and paste,
tune.
Copy and paste.
But
like-
the problem is they don't play any of their old stuff anymore because for anyone who doesn't know, their guitarist died.
I think I'm
so
just.
they don't like playing anything from when he was in the band.
I
No,
really
no,
hate
he's
it when
not there
mummy and daddy
anymore.
fight.
I do get it. I do get it
This is
right.
such a.
What I think it is, I think I'm just very annoyed at them because I don't like the way they spoke about Pendulum. They hurt my boys. They didn't need to do
Pendulum were fucking mid at Download last year though. So
They also-
I agree they
also,
were mid.
if Pendulum
I agree
did
they were mid.
overrun,
However,
and then if
they're
Architects
fucking
went,
good
we're
band.
late because they overran, how is that Architect's fault?
yeah, it's not.
No.
Yeah,
here's
I
the
don't-
thing though. Here's the thing though. He could have taken the high road. He could have taken the high road. He could have been a good man. He could have just been like.
He's
you
a
know what?
fucking.
Yeah.
He's an
I
artist
don't-
though.
No, because
That's
he's
what
a
they do.
fucking narcissistic fucking bellend.
So say
who's
you're
just
doing
like,
okay. So say
I'm
so
going
say
to
you're
pull out,
doing
Pendulum because I think they are knobheads and they ruined my set.
so but say you were doing your driving test. Say you were doing your driving test, right? And you were on for a clear pass. White sails were coming in at home.
As always, yeah.
I full on T-boned your car
Yeah,
just out of sabotage. And you failed the test, right?
I wouldn't fail.
Well, in this
wouldn't
scenario,
fail.
you have. In
I
this
would-
scenario, in my universe, you
All right,
failed.
okay. In your
So
fucking.
you failed in this universe, and then so you'd go. So then when someone asks to you, why can't you drive, and you go because bloody Actually, I forgot what point I was on. Never mind.
Jack crashed into
Never
it.
mind.
What you're saying is that architects don't deserve that slot.
Fully.
What I would say is that Opeth and Monomath are probably gonna be.
Calm down.
Fuck off.
Cough elsewhere.
Sorry.
I think.
What I said, Opeth and Monomath are probably gonna. I think they will feel a lot more at home at Bloodstock.
Yeah.
At like a
That's
pure,
why I was saying
like a
Architects is
pure
an
metal
interesting
festival.
Because I don't know. if
Those
Bloodstock's
two
their
bands will
festival.
go down really well. I think Architects. I think will still get a good crowd, especially with Malevolence as well.
Yes.
But it's definitely like a different style of.
Well, which
Different
one?
style.
One
I
which
think-
we
I
haven't
think-
seen at Bloodstock. I think that's good for Bloodstock. I don't like Bloodstock anyway, but
that's
from a
good for
business point of
Bloodstock,
view,
then
I
it's
think
I think that's
Architects
really
headlining
good
is
for
a
Bloodstock.
good move.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's Bloodstock. Moving on.
What else we got?
Grasspop Metal Meet. 4
That is
days in
huge.
Poland.
9 Inch Nails there to go to the festival. Nine Inch Nails are one of the few bands I would pay any money to see. Their live setup is unlike
Honestly,
anything I've ever seen.
These are the things that European music festivals get.
Like, yeah, they get.
4 days of fucking gnarliness.
I'm,
right?
telling you now, places that let you smoke inside are the best. I'm
He's
telling
not bad,
you.
not wrong there. Not wrong.
They've got it. They've got it nailed down. They've got it nailed out.
If
They-
we look at
Germany,
also this
Poland, fucking like.
if we look at this in contrast to what we've selected for our download picks as well, I think this is quite close.
I think that's pretty accurate. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have put Cannibal Corpse as. Oh, I don't know actually. After saying it, I'm not too sure.
Turnstile's high on this.
Turnstile's
very high.
on this. Who the fuck is Pennywise?
Pennywise.
Who's-
Pennywise have been knocking around for a long time. But it's only like the Electric Wizard.
Okay.
Like kind of like that sort of
Okay,
level.
okay.
I just think that with this, this Grasspop Metal Meet in Poland, one of my friends went to it previously and said it was extremely good.
Okay.
But it is a slog because it is 4 days. We've done 4 days at Download for the first time ever.
I was
I
gonna
don't think
say-
I'll do a 4-day
It was
festival
rough.
ever again. It's
I
rough.
think 4 was like the limit.
Yeah, I would never do that again. Unless
Yeah.
I have 6 days, I will never do 4 days. Because we'd have 5 days to do 4 days, and I wanted to kill myself. I'm not gonna lie. Well, to unalive myself. I'm
rough.
sorry. Stream. No, YouTube.
Yeah, no, best pick on there for me is 9
Be
Inch
no
Nails.
longer here.
Like, I think. Wait, who's best pick? Sorry?
9 Inch Nails.
9 Inch Nails.
Nin.
Because
Yeah.
is this because here's the
9
thing.
Inch Nails never play live.
night you see.
We want a shrubbery. Here's the question with this though. I don't know how these stage splits work. Is there a
We
stage
don't know
split here?
yet. I don't know. It's probably just early.
This
Why-
is
why-
early.
Why is there so much green and white? That's why I want to
This is what I don't know.
Some
Yeah,
kind of
again,
like,
I think it's just
don't they have
I'll
don't they
think.
have two they have like 2 stages on the main stage, so like
They have one and then another one, and that's Wacken, where they have one stage and another stage, and they set up in the next stage.
Well, it's
Is
interesting.
that
so
not- is
at
that not
Leeds,
here
they've
as
now
well,
done
then?
it so they have.
I don't know.
So they have 2 main stages at Leeds
That's
now, and they're
number
facing
one.
that way from each other. So you go to this one. And
Oh, so you turn around against this one. I don't know. Either way, this is pretty stacked, regardless of what you think.
there's a lot there. I mean, you've got
Main stage 1 and main stage 2, the Marquee and the Metal Dome.
oh
Okay, so they have 4 stages. But
And that's
one
number
stage
one.
and 2 stage. I just think that Korn have explicitly said they can't headline anymore. Because
they don't do headline set length.
Yeah,
shows
because
anymore.
John Davis can't do it anymore. Because he puts himself. I just think that.
But I rate that. I rate that they do. They go as
All
well
out,
as, all
as
as
they can.
all out as they can for the time that they can.
I
They play
find,
for an hour and 10 minutes, and then like that's mint. I'm done now.
I find it really funny that Faith No More in this list are also bigger than Avenged Sevenfold on their.
The fact, see, I just don't get Faith. I don't know if it's a generational thing,
no,
but
I agree.
I don't
agree.
get how they're so
Why-
big.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
fucking-
understand. I don't even
whilst-
think they're like. I don't think that they're that big, but they've headlined download before.
Whilst
I-
learning bass while growing up, my dad was like, "Oh, listen to Faith No More, listen to Faith No More," and I like listened to it, and all he did was like all
Is that epic?
yeah, it is.
it is a
epic.
tune.
Yeah.
but, like-
Yeah, it is
it is a tune.
Like it is a tune. However, he's just playing the same note over and over, and I was like,
Yeah,
Dad,
what-
I can do this in my sleep.
my first year for the weekend at Download, it was 2009, and it was Faith No More, Slipknot, and then Def Leppard.
That's
and my mum.
rough year.
Honestly, it was the best year I ever went because it was Limp Bizkit. It was Limp Bizkit and Korn before Faith No More.
That was Slipknot's first headline.
The first
That show is nuts.
It was
Yeah.
unbelievable.
But as a set of headliners, that weak.
No, but it's weak to us now. But to me, it was fucking the best thing. I was 19. It was like the one thing I wanted to go to, and it was the.
That was me when we saw Tool.
Yeah, that's the thing.
For
though.
real.
Same.
It was
fully same.
and I showed it to my mum. I said, "This is where I'm going in the weekend," and she was like, "Faith No More, where the fuck did they drag them up from?" I was like, first of all, I have no idea. But also, how the fuck do you know Faith No More are? You don't like metal. You're like ABBA. Like, how the fuck do you know who Faith No More are?
Mate,
And so, like, but they knew who Faith No More were because of this, I want it on, you can have it. I'm running with boxing gloves and shit. But it's that sort that early 90s, 80s was when the MTV turned out, you know what I mean?
It was the same when I first went. It was Def Leppard on the Friday, and I still to this day like can't get over the fact that like one of the first finals my mum ever had was fucking that Hysteria by Def
They
Leppard.
played that
Hysteria's a good album.
They,
though.
when we saw them,
the
they
fact that she
played
just
that
had
in
it
full.
on vinyl,
Yeah.
and I was just like,
Well, we
oh,
always
man,
say when we saw
I'm
them,
seeing
when
Def
we-
Leppard,
the
and
year
she
that
was
we
like, oh
went.
my god, you're not.
Name drop. My mum went to school with the drummer from Def Leppard when he had both arms.
Sick.
I was going to say, did you
What?
want
Yeah,
to
both
shake your
arms.
hand? The other
Your hand
one.
with the wrong
Can I
arm.
shake your foot?
So that's Grasspop Metal Meat. Do we like it?
I
Do we
mean,
think it's good?
I rate that.
If
overall.
that actually
I think
happens, I'm not going down.
I see. This thing is, like, I like this Lamb of God. I like System.
I
like-
to be fair, all
I like
of that
Korn.
fucking Saturday main stage, I really like.
Oh, here Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Nine Inch Nails. Is that a Bullet? Pennywise,
Bullet,
Limp
I mean,
Bizkit,
Limp
Bad
Bizkit.
Wolves.
Like I
Yeah,
can,
okay.
I can deal with like all of that. I think that would be pretty sick. Only because I've not seen any of them before, if that makes sense.
Yeah, somebody. Is that Neck Deep? No, it's not.
If that's neck deep, then I completely change my mind.
Right, cool. Next one. Summer Breeze. Again, Amanda Martha.
Where is
Architects
this?
again? So Summer Breeze is Spain? No, it's Eastern European. Summer Breeze, I think.
Eastern European.
Can we get the admin desk?
Neo,
Summer breeze.
come to me.
I'm pretty sure it's like
Bavaria.
Bavaria.
It says it on the poster. I don't rate this.
Yeah, it's German.
I don't rate this at all. I know it's the size.
But this is
But-
Bloodstock, but here.
Hang
but
on,
out
Jack.
there.
Before
No,
you
but it's
make-
everything else. There's
Jack,
no
before
one
you make your
else.
decision, there is Delane.
There's Delane, there's Motionless
I don't
White,
rate
there's Amanda
this.
Martha, there's Architects, there's Behemoth there.
There's
Lord of the
Behemoth-
Lost.
once you've seen Behemoth once, I think you.
Lord of the Lost, who did
Here's a good one.
Eurovision for Germany this
Who was
year.
that?
Lord of the Lost did Eurovision for Germany this year.
Wasn't it supposed to be Electric Callboy?
No. That was a few years ago.
No.
It wasn't
Gosh.
this year.
Unironically, fucking. If they did download,
What? Cha cha cha.
Yeah.
Guy.
I'd be fucking. So
You know
down.
what?
I
You
think
know
that'd be
what?
sick.
I see
I
it.
went
I
to-
see it.
I can
I
see
see it.
that.
I
You
see
know what?
it.
I went
I
to
can see
I
that
went to
down.
Satan's last week and they played that.
Exactly.
Play cha cha
You
cha.
are correct.
It's a fucking tune. It's really good.
Be an interesting one. Middle of third stage during the day.
Yeah.
Or opener for main stage.
Opening for main social life.
Yeah, definitely. Like they just have to do that song and they can fuck off afterwards. I don't give a shit.
Here's a
Like,
weird one though. Black Dahlia Murder are there. What have they done for years?
I've not heard anything from them
For
like.
a long ass time. Like I don't know why they just exist at this point.
Yeah, I don't rate this
Put out
lineup at all.
their singer passed away
Oh,
not long
Parkie, we
the other year.
We fucked.
It's like
Um,
what have Black Dahlia Murder been doing? They're fucking
Just
like,
Where's the cancel
grieving,
button?
But
that's
grieving,
now.
dealing with their loss.
Grieving.
They didn't put it on Loudwire.
They are doing the festival circuit.
They didn't put it on Loudwire, so I don't know.
but they must they must be touring around. So
They're
just either having way,
they're
like-
just having a good time.
For some reason at this point, it's Bloodstock for the UK, but somewhere else.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
I feel
a
like
little
a
bit
better
worse.
question is why does that skull and horns have?
I'm changing the
testicles?
scoring system. It's a D tier.
moving on.
Next one is possibly the greatest lineup so far.
Is this Sick New World?
Sick New World, yeah.
It's
Oh, look
fucking
at this.
bonkers.
This is
A
absolutely unbelievable.
circle.
But here is the point. It's one day.
That's one
Does
day.
anybody?
You don't see it's one day. It's Saturday, 27th of April.
Does anybody want my kidney?
Here's the question. It's like, I don't know
You're
how this
joking,
is going to
right?
exist.
That's one day.
This is one day. Yeah, it's 27th of April.
How
in
do you
Vegas.
see half of those bands?
I think it's multiple stages across one day.
I was going to say
that is
it
it.
has
That's
to be.
mad.
Is it? Yeah. Who are you gonna do?
I didn't know
this?
that that's one day.
Stages, 1 day.
Four
Right,
stages
what
one
you do
day.
is you go to the Knock Loose tent and you just hear them do the song, and then you just go fucking somewhere else after that.
That's
Fucking Vane are playing.
Nah, like honestly, how have you got this in
Look how
one
many-
day? I'm just.
You
If
got
I just read the bands
System,
through.
Slipknot, Bring Me,
Orange,
Alice in
you've got
Chains,
fucking loads.
Sleep
Bad
Token.
Homer, Sleep Token, Primus,
Holy.
Spirit Box.
Stages is really, really
Danny
strange.
Elfman.
So the smaller stage, which is the 6th stage, it looks like everyone's literally got 25 minutes. So you've got
Right.
Cradle
That makes
of
sense.
Filth, Prayers, Machine Girl, Hell, Fever 333.
So everyone's
all
got
doing like
25 minutes. 25 minute
Jack,
sets on the
Jack,
There's
smaller
some
Well,
stage.
really
yeah,
interesting
Jack.
songs as well.
Jack.
Really, Swans, Slowdive, Primus, like.
Jack, Nia's got family in America.
Yeah,
Should we fly over?
Here's the
Should we
thing
fly
is
over?
I
that
really want to.
I don't think that this because what was the other? It wasn't a Sick New, was Sick New World. They did one previous, didn't they? Was that in Vegas as well?
Yeah.
Was that and System and Korn did that one? Didn't
Yeah.
they? It was like all new metal, and Here's the
Interesting
thing-
enough,
Mate,
this is
fucking
run.
Flashwater are playing. Flashwater.
This
Mate,
is
no,
run by the same
can I just
people.
Can I just point out one band that are playing? It's
Skin Dread. Yay! Jack, Jack, we're gonna go, but
Who's going
only
so
when
well?
Skin Dread
But-
are playing.
I would like to see this in a more cohesive poster in regards to what
'Cause that
stages
could be
there
some
are.
fucking
Yeah, because
awful
because
awful
this makes
picks.
no sense in terms of any kind of hierarchy of the bands or what stage.
I would also just like to point out that this is run by the same people who do When We Were Young. You know that
Yeah,
punk
the
festival.
fucked up
Yeah,
That is running now. So, but the first year they did it had to cancel on the day that it started. So it's not the most reliable. But it did run, and this year When We Were Young is running again. Literally as we're talking right now, because Green Day are headlining it.
If this costs more than $800 to go to, I'm not going to it because it's the problem. Is the fact that there's so many bands here that could be.
That needs to be 2 days. That has to be 2 days.
No, but it won't
There's
be
no
because
way you can do that in one day. Look at it, fucking.
The way that they do it is the smaller 2 stages have like really tiny slots, and then the 2 bigger stages, which are the green and purple stage, everyone has really big slots, but they don't overlap. It's like Incubus is on.
Oh, fucking Incubus!
And then Deftones is on from 7:30 till
oh, this is old.
And then Korn's on.
No, that's
No, that's old.
That's the
You're
old
looking
one.
at the old one.
But still, that's
I was gonna say,
But the
mate, if fucking Incubus
Yeah.
are playing, I'm getting my tickets right now.
I just think with how this is, and I'm all for dropping all these bands, including Bring Me the Horizon, System of a Down, Slipknot, Perfect Circle,
It's
Sleep
so
Token,
good.
Lamb of God,
disagree.
Not Loose, Baby fucking Metal.
Spirit Box,
Nine Inch
Loathe,
Nails.
Ginger.
Everyone, here's the thing: you're not going to get the best out of every band in 20 minutes.
No.
So
No.
what? And you're going to spend
Oh,
if this
Jack,
is
you
if
see
this
what
is
I'm
if
saying,
this
Jack?
goes into 4
Did you
digits,
see Dayseeker?
it's pointless.
I can.
Do you guys want to bid on how much a starting general admission?
What is the starting general admission ticket for this?
All right, okay.
I'm
play
gonna
this-
go
Stop there. We'll bid. Go.
because of it. This reminds me of Power Trip, that festival that just went, which was apparently it was 600 quid for that ticket, and that was over 3 days. It was over 3 days.
Yeah, it's only like 4 bands.
But it was 2
but-
headline bands on each day. That was it. 600 quid a ticket, nuts. I'm gonna say that this is $450.
I'll
Okay.
say 500.
I'm gonna say 360.
I'm going to say $975.
Noah's the closest. $325.
Bullshit.
Chuck me your fucking money, lads. Chuck it here.
How
I mean, to be
much
fair, it's still that. It's 1 day though.
$325 for 1 day.
What can I say?
VIP packages start at $650.
But when you look at the bands, though, the way I see that 2 ways. Financially, if you look at the bands on there, it makes sense. But you can't see everyone.
No, we did discuss this as well. You see about eight of all of them.
Oh yeah.
If you want
You're spending 300 and whatever. You're not getting your money's worth. However,
That's American festivals cost so much money.
Yeah, because for a slice of pizza, it's like $50. I just think, like, here's the thing. I love what this stands for. I think that this is unreal. I think to get all these bands into one space, even just to do 20 minutes, is fucking.
It annoys me though because metal is music made for working class people.
It's
and
not.
Yet,
it's
going to be it's just something which costs $370 to go see some of your favorite bands for a day.
Less than like we when System play, they play like 35 songs in a set list. It's 2 hours long. And that's not going to be that set list anymore. Plus, also, Everyone Below, not going to be that. Like, I don't want to see Baby Metal play 2 songs.
I don't want to see Slipknot with a reducer either.
Yeah, it's so... I get it, I understand, but I think that if you're going to put all... There's no up-and-coming artists here. Everyone here is established.
It's all big hitters.
It's all big hitters.
It's mad.
Even low down, who we got? Trash Talk.
That's Polyphia right at the bottom there,
Polyphia right at the bottom.
Right at the bottom. That's
Fear Factory all the way at the bottom as well.
Fear Factory have got a fucking
Code
decent
Orange.
following.
Yeah, exactly. So...
Baby Metal's that low as well.
Baby Metal
it's
that
just,
low.
It's too much, I think.
Flesh War.
I just think a sick new world. I get it, it's sick, but I just think it's stupid.
I think it's too much.
I think it's stupid.
Too much money and too much people and too many acts in one space.
right, okay. Yeah,
for one day.
One day, way too fucking much.
Well, that's what it says currently. It's the 27th.
That's actually shocked me.
2 or 3.
I didn't think it was one
more
day.
Understandable. 2 or 3, a lot more understandable.
I thought that was a weekend in which I was like, it's just if it was 370 quid, so over 2 days, that's
I
so worth
thought
it.
that was 2 days.
That's so worth it.
When I first saw that, I thought it was 2 days. I thought it was System Down and Slipknot. I'm like,
if that's a fucking
Min,
weekend,
I'll fly that out.
Min.
if that's a weekend, I'm messaging Nia and just being like, look, can we like talk to your California?
But it's one day. Yeah, the more you look at it as well, the better it gets, and it's just like, it's just, I don't know.
But it's gonna get worse the more you look at it because it's one day.
I remember I really didn't enjoy the year when I had to choose between Deftones and Mastodon. I really, really didn't enjoy that. And that would just be full of...
That will be that every time. Every
Every
time you see
single
one
slot,
band,
you're
you're going to
missing
miss
someone
something
else.
else.
Yeah.
No,
Which is
I
awful.
agree.
Well, that's unfortunately the last one we've got for that pick. So that's the Camp Ginster. You guys need more?
No,
No? You're good? I'm good?
I'm good.
I think we're done.
Next
done?
deep.
So we've done download, we've done music recommendations, we've done everything else. So I think it's
Remember, lads, Dogecoin is going up at the moment. So make sure you get your money in.
This is not a financial podcast.
I am not a financial advisor. If anything, I'm a financial disadvisor. Take your money out of Dogecoin right now because it's probably going to save you a lot. All that 0.01% of it. If you invested in Dogecoin, you get what you deserve. I'm sorry. What the fuck were you thinking? Invest in Ethereum like a real man.